We are grateful to our sponsors, Kelly Stafford with Stafford Tree Service and also Black Kow Cow Manure. If you need your trees trimmed locally, remember Stafford Tree Service at staffordtreesvc.com, and please visit Black Kow Cow Manure, that's K-O-W. Remember, both of the contact details are in the description below. Hi, I'm Stan DeFreitas, Mr. Greenthumb, for the Ask Mr. Greenthumb Gardening Segments. Let me tell you a little bit about the Wandering Jew. You know, this is a plant that is a toughie and a roughie. I'll get it out. It's a plant that you have as a succulent. It has been called forever this Tradescanthia, which is the Latin name, and it is also known as Wandering Jew, or sometimes now they're calling it Wandering Dude. Now I know everybody wants to be politically correct, but let's go back and read the Old Testament, and it talks about the Jewish people, the Israelites, traveling around the desert. So it's not something that doesn't have fact, and I almost find it more disrespectful that we're going to start calling something Wandering Dude because we're trying to be so politically correct. Anyway, the Tradescanthia or Wandering Jew is a fantastic plant, has nice purple leaves with kind of a nice double greenish tinge to the leaf. It's one that is not real cold hardy, so you will have to worry about the plant, maybe throw something over it. If you're in a real hard freeze area, I'd bring it in, but if you're in an area that it doesn't freeze hard, you can keep it outside as a ground cover, or we have it here in a hanging basket. It will be easy to start. You can take a piece, break it off, stick it into some decent potting soil that you can buy from your local nursery, and it will start. So it's easy to grow and keep. It's one of those plants that you can't hardly kill. Make sure it does get a moisture source. It'll take partial shade to near full sun. Obviously, the color usually looks better near full sun, and you probably will keep the plant tighter if it's in full sun. If it's in partial shade, the plant will tend to try to reach out. You know, it's looking for that photosynthetic factory, so it's looking out for energy or light. So we might want to have it in a fairly bright area to keep it somewhat tight. But if you want a plant that can be a ground cover, one that can grow everywhere, it probably should be watered a couple times a week if we're not getting rain. It does like a moist soil and will do better. I have seen it though growing in a rock garden. So if it can, you know, grow in a rock garden, it can also keep conditions fairly dry and still survive. I've seen it used in parking lots where they had it in, you know, some of the berm areas. It might be a good choice for some areas where you don't have grass. You know, forever we've been trying to get grass to grow everywhere. But if you've got a real dense shaded area from a big oak tree and the grass always dies under there, why are we sodding up to the base of the trunk when that doesn't make sense? Often ground covers like ferns or this Tradescanthia, Wandering Jew, might be a good choice. It's a better choice. If you're replacing that grass constantly underneath that tree, well, you're making a mistake in my opinion. Go with the flow. You know, right plant, right area, right choice. Think about where the plant's going to do its best. I know a lot of us do it by trial and error, and I've done that too, where you put a plant in and go, well, it's not happy there, so I'm going to move it. And that's okay. This is one of those plants that can take a wide berth of conditions and still do well. Wandering Jew is a good plant for you to have in your landscape. Front yard, backyard, side yard, it'll do well in almost all areas. Remember, of course, new videos will be dropping on your favorite social media platform every Saturday at 10 a.m. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching.